Driven in as far as we can. See if there's any leak in the piston. I don't think there should be. Just a little bit dirty. So this is where the piston is. I think this is just a moly grease or something in here that we probably got a hold of. No, that's dry. This is dry. This is dry, which is great. This bonjo bolt is dry. So that's compacted all the way in already. What's this other reasoning? I could do another quarter of a turn perhaps. But you would think liquid will escape out by now. Okay, let's see here. We'll go another quarter of a turn. Righty-tighty, another quarter, I guess. Even though it's not really bleeding it out no more. Thinking maybe the air. So I'll do another quarter turn. It's getting soft though. Don't want to push my luck. There we go. Okay, we did another quarter turn there. Should not come out any actually. Okay, let's go back to siphoning it. I mean, we got quite a bit in there. Maybe the trick is to bleed it, get all the air out first, and then, you know, just like we did traditionally, and then drive it back in again like we did last time. What do you guys think? Maybe there's just so much air still trapped in there. We might be siphoning this forever. Let me try it this way real quick to siphon it for a few more moments, and then we're going to siphon traditional way, which, you know, we'll still have the valve check there, but the valve check will probably only do good if we can actually get the air all out first. So the air still lingering around is probably why it's not tight. It's supposed to be a one setup deal, but it still beats nothing. See that? Nothing really. Alright, so it's still not giving us enough, but there's nothing leaking out. See? So it probably just needs to bleed all the air out that's probably trapped in there. And unfortunately, they're just lingering around laughing at us. See there? Nothing. Nothing in the thread. I think there's nothing. Make sure. See, nothing. It's dry as a popcorn fart. See, nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to tighten anymore. I'm going to back it out. And the reason why I'm going to back it out is because I want to go ahead and have this. It's going to be a little bit messier. It's going to be a little bit untraditional. But I'm going to have this guy here, just kind of squirt. Maybe I should back it out. Well, I can back it out with this one. When we've driven in, it should be able to allow us to back out now. So here we go. Lefty loosey. Okay. We got an idea how far we can actually thread it in. Let's see how many left. We should start counting it. I see one. Wow, only one. This is another thread here. Probably between two full ones. Two full thread left. feel like at the minute I back him out a little bit, he starts coming out. So what I'm going to do is pump, 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 and then righty-tighty. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this guy right here. I'm not going to use the hose. I'm just going to go ahead and... This is to drive forward, and this is to drive outward. So I'm going to try to squeeze air out. What I normally would have put this hose in between. I'm just going to have to do it this way. It's kind of a bit messier, but... Yeah, just come watch here. Well, you guys really can't see anything because there's no hose to it. You can't see the oil coming out or in. I can't either. I'm just gonna go by feel. Well, so what I'm doing is lefty loosey, right? There you go. I see it squirting. I see it squirting. Really messy. No more squirting. I feel it though. It's pumping this thing tight, but okay. I gotta go careful though. I gotta go back on top and refill some more. So I'm just gonna let this guy get messy while I'm doing this. Oop, it's getting very low now. Okay, tap them back. Okay, I'm going to do them traditional way, with or without the valve. It's not going to work 100%. Hopefully no air went back in him. I think I left him tight in that. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to let him out. Oh, lefty loosey here. I think we got him, or sort of. Yeah, I think we got him. I think we got him. I think what I was trying to do is squeeze every bit of air out from him. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it unless I put this tube on here. You guys can see the flow of the oil. There we go. I'm going to pump. You won't see anything come out. Or maybe you would. He feels he's tightening. Yep. Wow, it's amazing. Literally amazing. Alright. I'll show you guys here. I had to squeeze a little bit more air out of him. Hopefully this guy's not completely drained. No, he's not, so that's good. But you guys can see, watch. Look at that. Look how much air coming out. See that? I can't push him all the way in anymore like I used to. So it is working. But not entirely yet. Whoa. So much air. See that? We got him. Well, see that? We got him here. He won't go all the way down. But he's not all the way yet for us. Because air's still trapped underneath there. So I'm going to tap this. I'm going to go back down there. Give it a few more. It's going to get messy. Alright, so what they said is supposed to be a one-man setup. It's not much to tap because he really didn't take much out. All right, so we're gonna open them up, then close them. So I guess the valve check might not always be for sure. But at least we know how far we can drive him in before he starts leaking. All right, so you guys can follow this guy here. You'll see all his air bubbles in a second. In fact, what I want to do is actually put the other socket in there. Let me see if I get that socket back. There we go. Let me just put this guy in here. Yeah, take him out. Alright. So this is tightening already. We're looking forward to releasing it, right? Sorry. So we're looking forward to releasing it. Here we go. Wait. So this is where we're going to have them at. This is already tightening. And we're going to open them up. Okay, you can see a little bit of the airflow. This is tightening. Okay, I'm going to pump and open them up. I used to be able to see through here. I'm not sure what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open. Oh man, I feel like it's stripping it. There we go. How much air bubble came? Tightening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open. Tightening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open. Tightening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open. Tightening. Alright. See that? You guys see all the air bubbles? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is tightening. I think this is it. So what we're going to do, let's go back and we're going to tighten. You see how the air bubble came out? You can't get that air bubble from up top, I guess. But yep, that's the shame. Now, I didn't come in a position where I had him, where I wanted him. But now that we have off like this, I do it now. Tighten him down. I do feel like he's pressing the caliper. So what I'm gonna do is give him a couple quarter turn maybe. Make sure he's alright. A little bit more on the even side. Alright, that's it. I think he's tight now. You'll know when it's tightened because there's no more fluid bubbling out of this guy here. See? You can go like this and see if you still can pop out some fluid. But I think he's it. There we go. So you can see here how much thread's left. Like I said, it's almost like a good 2 full thread turns gap in the side of him. Other than that, he's still, but he looked like he was about to give up on me. So we have to use the socket just to make sure we hold him firmly. A little slight tilt might cause him to strip. So, alright, so let's see how much tighten he's given us, hopefully. We got a lot of the oil. Okay, let's see where he's at in this tie too. Yeah, he's not that bad. He didn't take too much out. Because he's almost getting full, really. See that? He's still half a circle. Okay, let's see how tight this guy is. Oh! No, look at that. Actually, you know what? Look, it's getting tight. It's like 3/4 of an inch now. See, it's building pressure. All right, so I think we're good. Okay, remember the old trick again to keep him where he's at. All right, so I guess this is it for right now, huh? There you go. See that? He doesn't want to go all the way. But the more we do this, the more it's going to siphon air through here. So we'll leave this open for a little bit until we siphon some more. Because once you close the cap on, there's no more air that can escape from, unfortunately. That's the deal with that issue. Feels pretty good. But again, keep in mind we're going to go back to 4 though when we're done. So it's going to be a little bit... It's not like this guy here. See, this guy's tight. This guy's just harder to bleed. But he's not going to leak though, that's the thing. So what we might want to do is keep the cap open. And then we'll monitor this as well. See where the vacuum leak could be, or air leak you could say. Quite a bit of mess here. Take this guy all out. Okay. So we're gonna get a clean towel, wipe these guys off from flake fluid. It's not tighter than the other one, unfortunately, but there's no leak though. That's what I'm kind of impressed by. Go back and forth on him, unfortunately. I mean, I can try some more again. I'm just not very thrilled again. I really want to get him to tight as possible. So I'll have to go by feel. You won't be able to see this one. I'll just have to keep doing it. I mean, I'll open them up again. I'll use this though because it feels like the other way. It's lots of strip on me. I'll use the 8mm socket straight. Let's make sure I tap them up in the fluid. Start again, tie again. All right, so here we go. Let me go and clean up my little bit of hands here. Okay, we got everything kind of cleaned up a little bit. We got our hose put away. It's already drained out here. I sprayed some little carb cleaner to get all through the funnel here. Not carb cleaner, but brake cleaner. Just put it through here to get all the brake fluid out, flush it out, back and forth. Also cleaned the syringes out so we can use it next time. Our 5/16 here is all nice and dry. Feels a little bit slightly greasy, but not too bad, so it's good enough. And then also I unloosened this guy here, so we can actually wobble him back and forth now. He's free to wherever he likes to go now. I didn't want to put the pressure on this little banjo bolt here, smacking on this guy right here. Oh, look, you can see how much we smacked him. We smacked him so much. You see there? He puts a little kink right there on the bar. Well, if it wasn't for him, I don't think we could have hit this guy here to get this guy out. So unfortunately, I didn't want to put so much pressure on him being knocked out like that. So he was knocked out. So anyway, I loosened him back up. He's okay. So let's see how tight our brakes are. It's on new cardboard. You can see there. I'm pumping away. Okay, so now what we're going to do is set it to number 6. And then we're going to give it a good full squeeze here and leave it there. So that's it. We're going to leave our brake squeeze for today. And then we also got to bring the warm cloth, I believe. Heck, we might just use a new towel for a warm cloth here. That way we can dispose of it really quickly. Maybe 2. Oh, it's almost all gone. Just one would be good enough then. So let's get some warm cloth water in there. It should be hot enough. Piping hot, really. All right, there we go. There we go, that's it. Just a little bit damp there. Hot water there. Let's get all the areas here where paint residue could have just hanged out. I mean, brake residue. Just make sure we get all out so it doesn't build on our paint. Especially this guy right here is always leaking everywhere. All right. Wipe all the plastics. You know, I took out the dash because look what it did to it. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it until now. This little sharp side here from him. He was sort of like this. He came over like this and he just started digging away, eating it because we didn't actually secure him. That's what happens when you take shortcuts. You end up ruining your stuff a little bit. See on this side here, he didn't get too much on him. See, you can tell this side here he has some battle marks now. So I don't know if we can buff him out or what, but we'll see. So let me see if I can even just clean him a little bit out. I don't think warm water is going to do anything for us. See, there we go. Just kind of gave him a wet look. All right, so let's get the warm water where it really needs it the most, wherever brake fluid kind of stringed it out. Want to make sure we clean that area really well, wherever it could possibly drip in the areas here. See this right here? So you got your warm cloth of water. Just give it a good kind of rub down. Get it all off of here. Don't let brake fluid settle in too long. I think I also did a vacuum, blow this area out to make sure there's any kind of, but it falls into a little hole area. I can't do it. So we did blew what we could out. So here I go back again to this guy here. Let's get with some warm water. Just go and get all that. We haven't even gotten to really kind of bend this, tie it down. We're probably not going to tie it down or anything like that, but we haven't even got to the point where it's flexible. But he's definitely away from the brake caliper, which is always a good thing for us. I must have wiped this guy. And I'll come back here and touch this guy again, even though it's not really needed, but can't be safe than sorry. And before we actually put our decompression tube, we're going to fill our oil to his level that we deem where it should be. In fact, we could probably get away with doing it. I mean, I don't want to do it right now. We got clean cardboard, so we'll probably do it. We'll see tomorrow. So this is another clean cardboard here. The other side was used prior, but I put it around. What we're looking for is any kind of, you know, droppings right here, right? So far, we never had any oil leaks. We just have brake fluid so far. Now we have to work on, and I think that's already resolved already, but we'll find out eventually. So let me just take this cap off and give it a good swerve, rub a tub. Surprised with all the vibration, the bleeder brake doesn't actually, you know, for safety, it never actually loosens up where brake fluid just comes out. So that's kind of amazing feat here. All right, let's see if there is any brake fluid coming out right now anyway. And if so, we'll know. So here we go. I'm going to try to get the other side of this clean towel here. So let's see. Well, I think there's a little piece here that's dry, right? Okay. She'll be coming around the mountain. Let's put it together, see if there's any kind of wetness. Okay, none. This is dry too, you can see there. Nothing here. Maybe a little crunch, that's like a shadow. Okay, so we'll look for that guy. Try not to rip it. See if we can come full 360 here. Okay. Look at this guy. Clean as clean can be. It's just a little shadow mark here. It's not really wet. So this did much better than the first one, so we knew right away. So now it's just a matter of it really holding the brake fluid now. I don't think if it can come, it can't come out through this thread, it's not going to come out through here. The chances are very slim though. I think we also did a suction, didn't we? We sucked it with a vacuum. So should get every bit of it. You do want to suck it out of the vacuum. You don't want brake fluid just to sit there and build on its own. Pushing it in. Oh wow, look. I got some even though I sucked it. That's interesting. Well, I guess the vacuum can't get everything out. Okay, let's do this again. Kind of hard just to fold. Didn't realize the brake bleeder can kick my butt like this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is poke it in there again. See if I can get it dried out. What? Still kind of wet in there. Guys, see that? That's soaking it all up. How much more is in there? Well, it's quite a bit. I think it'll be dry by now, huh? That, or it's getting on the very, you know what I mean, it still has that cone shape, so it's probably getting on the very end, A little storage bank back there. Look at that. This is fresh if it was still bleeding. So let's do the other side here. Well, it's still kind of really wet in there. Bleeder bolt. Thought we got most of it out already. Sure, it's creating a vacuum. Okay, it's getting a little dry. You want to try to dry it all up before. Okay, I'm going to go and dry it some more. Stuff it in a little bit more. Alright, so far nothing new is coming out of it yet. That's a good thing. It's like a pin, you know, you don't want a whole bunch of keep coming out. That means it still might be more than just the reserve. It might be the whole brake line still. It's all, you know, gasping a little bit. Okay, let me try to get something a little bit more narrower approach. trying to get it all in there. Let's see, it continues to soak this guy. Okay, so I only got a little bit now soaked. So it looks like it's drying up. That cavity just might have a little bit on the reserved side. Kind of bundled up like this. Nice. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do this again, shall we? Alright, I'm not getting any more. So that might be a good sign now. It's dry as a whistle. But we'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. And because we'll put it again inside. We'll put a little tissue again. We'll do a little, what do you call that? Ear canal test here. Like this guy here, getting small as possible in there so he can go in deep as can. I'm not getting nothing. A little bit at the tip, so might be that was the last few bits of it. We might have got out. Okay. Alright, we try to roll this last one up. Just chilling on a Saturday. Me and my scooter. Alright, I'll leave it in there for a second while we do other things. Okay, what we want to do is actually maybe start the scooter up and see. Actually, you know what? Let's test out our battery. You remember again we had our remote start. Let's see if he popped out. Did he pop out? Oh yeah, he popped out. Well, that's fine. But we had him hooked on, so somehow. Let's see what the battery voltage is last. Yeah, see the battery there? Pull out positive. Fluctuating. Gotta keep it still, I guess. Open load. What's wrong with my meter here? Okay, let's do this again. 13.28 volts. If I can get those two wires out of the way. Makes no sense to us. Can't see where the decimals are. Okay, let's do this again. There you go, 13.28 volts. So it actually kept its voltage, which is good. The battery didn't lose its charge. I guess we can fire it up. Let's fire it up. Go get the keys. Got the warm water. Brake. Oh, well, you know what? Let's tie this brake line and just keep it tied. That way we'll have it prepared to squeeze. We almost killed it like 4 tie straps just to get this guy done. Yeah, he did a number on this. Okay, so let's do this. Didn't want it too loose, but didn't want it too tight either. So let me go and tighten this guy a little bit before we tighten all the way down. Learn never take shortcuts, they become the long cut. Okay, where's that socket number 5? Bet you it's in my pocket. Yep, there it is, see? Just look in my pocket. It's always in there. Alright, when our NCY grip comes in, then we'll open the air compressor and we'll start figuring out how to get this guy off of here. Hairspray is what APM recommended to pretty much put them on, but getting them off is where we need the air compressor. Just want it snug, I don't even want it tight. The big Allen might not strip much as the small ones here. These guys here. So I'm pretty confident in the big Allen versus the small ones here. Okay, so here we go. See, it's got quite a bit. It's got quite a big grip, you know what I mean? It's still, like I said, 3/4 of an inch. So I'm counting this one right here as the lowest peak. 3/4 of an inch. So this is where I have to poke it in here. Is it going in? Okay. Then I gotta force it. I gotta take a break and come back to it. So this is right here. I gotta take a break because it's still pretty strong grip. So then I can go ahead and squeeze some more while I have it here in this position. You can squeeze it, smack it all the way down. Oh, sorry, really smacked it all the way down. Okay, I think it's hopefully gets the resolution back here. Give me a second. It's time to wake up. I smacked the phone, I didn't just smack the brakes. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. It's smacked, even though it's lifting itself up a little bit because it's just the pressure is not strong enough to tie strap. So that's a good thing. So we'll just let it sit here for the rest of the day. Now we don't have to worry about holding the brake lever for one thing. And let's go and check this guy out again. See if he has poured out some more. See if he even comes out through here. We left him in there, right? Oh, look at that. He's got some now. I think what it is he's just absorbing. So we can leave him in there. Let him absorb some more. Maybe he'll absorb all the way out to getting this whole entire thing wet, right? So we'll just leave this guy in here. Nothing's going to happen, I don't think. Hopefully the paper doesn't just break and stay in there. We don't want that. But we just wanted to maybe show us a little bit more, you know, if it dries out some more over here in this end. All right, so let's start and fire this bad boy up. Put our little stuff away, including our little cap here will come back for him. Okay, we don't have to hold the brake lever, just push the start button pretty much. The manual choke is down, and our gauge cluster is not connected, so we can connect it. Oh, there are driving lights. Let's go and connect our gauge cluster. I might just want to screw this guy in just to have him screwed in securely, you know? Just didn't want to redo the work twice, that's all. That's why I didn't bother to screw him in the first time. Let's go and plug him in. This one goes on top. Goes bottom. There we go. Got the last one clipped here. That's it. That's plugged in. I just try to keep them in the bottom. You know what we could do is actually, let's put this guy here. You remember his odometer reading? We can shove him, and this odometer reading right here He might help us hold that little gauge cluster in place, right? So let's go and see if we can fit him. It's a square peg, so we have to make sure it goes in first before we screw. This is probably will help us keep him level. So let's see here, this which way he goes. He should be able to fit himself in perfectly. We might have to put some new grease on him. I don't want to do it yet until we're ready to close him for sure. So let me see. Try and get it to that square peg. Seems like it's this way, seems like it's that way. Trying to flex him so he'll show us which way. Okay, I'm gonna try and move it with this hand. There we go. Got him in. Got him in. Righty tighty, I believe. It might be reverse thread, who knows? Maybe lefty loosey is tightening him in. I think lefty loosey, really surprisingly. Or you'll know it's righty tighty. I'm the opposite, so going right, clockwise, sorry. Clockwise. Kind of lose your sense of righty tighty when you're from behind something. But this is right. So there we go. So there we go. That'll keep him stabilized a little bit so you don't just move around free willy. Alright, so let's do this. Let's start it. Fuel gets turned on. This guy is pressed in. One kill switch is on. Here we go. Oh, turn on the key. There we go. Our gauge is intermittent. Gotta get him to work. When he touches something, he finally works. There he goes. He's lifted up. The minute he's dropped back down, he's like. So it's just like intermittent right here, see? And I don't want to put him over this because last time I put him over, and you remember what happened? And I don't want to drop him either. He's a very finicky guy. Finicky. You know what? Let's go and bolt him down. He's probably just asking for us to bolt him down. Like, bolt me down and I'll take care of you. Alright, we'll bolt him down. So let's take care of him so he can take care of us. Let me turn off the... He's one of those dark screws. Probably need a total of 4 of them. We're really gonna do it. That way he doesn't scratch these guys anymore. They were paying the price for him not being bolted down. He was like scratching everyone. Okay, let's go and start. Let's see if I can put this guy here. That way you guys can see it while I'm doing it. Okay, so we got do the first 2 sets here, I guess. Probably just put 2 sets, which should be good enough. We still have to put our ignition. I think this is the one. Yeah, I think it is. There we go. Pet hair. That's cool. Alright, so that's got 1 down. Let's get 1 more here on this side. We might just put 2 and that's it. Because again, we might take it off soon. So we'll put 2. We'll just put 2 to hold it. So I'm getting the other side of that 2 right here. And then that should do it. Woo! So I just put 1 more here, which should be good. Seems like a pretty good pitment. All right, so All right, even though it's temporary, I still like to make sure I go the perfect cross. God, I wish I did this beforehand though, instead of having him chicken scratch. You know, he did a chicken scratch on us right there. Ugh. That side could have looked, I don't know if there's something going to cover it. I don't think so, really. This side has nothing else. It's just paying on these screws. So yeah, I wish I did a better job in securing it before. But you guys know next time you guys work on your scooter, make sure any loose parts are going to scratch, secure them down. All right, so let's go and turn this on. See that? Whoa, look at the battery reading. It went all the way past 12. It's a good thing for us. The RPM is still the same because he's a jerk. We'll find out if he's going to start for us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at that. One little quick push. Didn't start the whole day yet. This thing is still down. Mango choke. Sounds like it's going to die, huh? We don't want to tune anything yet. See if I can tighten it a little bit more. Okay, let's see if the RPM will work. Gonna raise the RPM. Nope, see the RPM won't work. Let's disconnect and reconnect. Now that he's kind of fixed in there, it's easier to grab and reconnect and disconnect here. Come on. You know what I'm thinking? It might just be the wire. Look, I'm trying to shake it, and it's still not doing anything for us. It's so interesting how when you reconnect him and disconnect him, he comes back to life. That just doesn't make sense to me. There it goes, disconnected, right? So he's disconnected, he's still not doing anything for us. All right, so I'm gonna go and start getting ready to put him in back in. It's got 3 wires to him. There we go, I'm putting him back in. I think he's already put back in now. All right, let's see if he jiggles with the RPM now. Nope, still the same. Interesting. So the RPM is still not there. We almost got it there. 13.6 volts. So at least our battery's good. Don't know. I mean, there's so much things that no, he's stabilized now, so it's not a reason why he can't work. Pull him out again. So unplug him back one more time. When I'm plugging him in, you guys can watch if he does anything funny. Alright. This is the light. This is the light switch, so it's not a problem. This is where he's at right here. Okay, let's pull it to give it a tug again. That's definitely a lot of RPMs there. It should show. Okay, so it's still not showing. Everything else looks good. Engine's kind of vibrating a lot now. Probably do a little tuning. Let's try pretty much turn our throttle knob. That's just dying. I'm gonna turn it clockwise. Like giving a lot more RPM. idling back down. Still like shaking quite a bit. Want to idle back down, get it quiet, but not dying. Shakes quite a bit. I wish our RPM would work now where we need him. That way I could tune it a little bit better. But we'll do what we can. Let's see here, we get him on and off again. I think the only way he's gonna work if we keep on trying to remove him and unremove him. So let's do this again. What I'm gonna do is probably set this guy here. That way you guys can see it. It's kind of hard to remove with one finger trick here. So let me see if I can get the camera in position. Hopefully you guys see the RPM move with me. Okay. So if it's not the RPM here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake the other switch and see if I get the RPM working. Oh look, it actually isn't the RPM wire. Here's what I'm finding out. It's somewhere shorting the main wire here. You see the RPM needle start moving? There it goes, look. The RPM needle started moving. I could put on and off, but it's really what I was doing was moving this guy here. These two here, somewhere in the connection. It makes it work or doesn't make it work. See that? Going back, see that? See that? Look how he's dancing, watch. So there it goes, watch what I'm doing. I'm shoving this guy here up and down like this. As I'm doing that, you look at the RPM. See that? It's working now, only because I guess I tinker around with this guy here. So we have a loose connection somewhere here. It's unfortunate, but at least we get our RPM working so we can tune it. So right now our RPM is setting about 1500 or closer to 1400 RPMs. You can see there it's between the 2 and the 1. More closer to the 1.5 still. So it's more closer before the 1.5, so I assume it's 1400 RPM. So I'm gonna rave it. That's 3500 RPM or 3400. I don't want to go any more past that because we still gotta break the engine a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I want to keep my idle right there between 1500 or 1400 and 2000 RPM before it dies out. Now again, it hasn't been 15 minutes warming up yet, so I shouldn't really be doing this, but I'm impatient. Let's try it. I'm going to try idle it down. I'm using the idle. I'm using the thumb throttle screw here. Let's put this guy back in. Okay, I'm using this guy here. So there it goes. Oh, I'm sorry, crank him up. So now he's at about maybe 1700 RPMs. Let's see where he's comfortably breathing. So overall how his shaking level is. So this is about 1500 RPM. So I'm gonna go ahead and counterclockwise that thumb screw, the idle screw, and it's gonna crank him up higher. See, he's climbing. That's not pulling the throttle, that's just using the idle screw here. Just using this guy here. I'm going clockwise. I'm rotating him downward and upward from the left. Right here, that's about 1700 RPM. If it's accurate, you know what I mean? Probably not gonna be accurate, just like our battery reading here. It's It says closer to 16. Wow. Really? 14. Oh yeah, it is right. 14.6 right here. Look at our battery reading. Yeah, the battery's being charged. Little vibration. It feels smoother, but it's still at 2,000 RPM. I think that's too high. Let's idle it back down, shall we? Okay, I'm idling back down. I'm turning this thumb screw, idle screw, counterclockwise. There you go. I probably want to rest at 1500 RPM. That looks like about maybe 1550. Let me go try 1500. 1500 seems like it's putting. So even maybe 1700 RPM might not be bad. You probably want between 1500 and 2000 RPM at idle. I think 1500 is our best bet here. So you can see here, depends how you look at it. It might be low or it might be too high, but I think it's around there. So between the 2 and the 1, that's 1500 RPM. It says times 1000. Again, this doesn't have that little phase anymore, which is good. I think they did that for effect, but it didn't really do that cool. So there we are. We're at 1500 RPM right now. Now we know because our tach meter. Again, I don't think it's this guy here that you got to unplug. Unfortunately, it's this guy here. So as soon as you get him stabilized, I guess get the boot on there and then put the cover on there. And don't move it anymore. Other than that, see, I guess once you get him all working, he's working. So I guess that's our RPM gauge, see? Look at that. Slight flickering, see that? Only because I'm tapping this. That's weird. Okay, let's make sure our signal still works. There you go. That's weird. I'm not sure what's really interfering inside this guy here. There you go. I think maybe something to do with us tapping the alarm. So we're good there. I think our high beam should come on. Oh, we don't even have it plugged in. Okay, so we're gonna kill it for right now. So we're gonna keep it at 1500 RPM. Just a little slightly shy from it, maybe 15 or maybe 1450, let's say. But that should be good. Let me see if I can aim it at 1500 exactly. Very I'm setting the thumb screw clockwise. I don't hear that high little noise. So let me go back lower a little bit. See that? Tell by the RPM dropping. It's quiet, but it's almost near dying. Yeah, let me turn the signal off. Okay, so now it's right between almost 1000 RPM. Let's go back down. Maybe 1200 RPM might be good. I'm gonna kind of turn it clockwise. This is about 1200 or 1250 RPM maybe before it reaches another quarter, which makes it 1500 RPM. Let's do 1500 RPM. I don't know, I feel like 1500 RPM, again, it might be the enricher screw. The enricher screw right now is set to about, one full turn. Okay, it just went over a little bit at 1500 RPM. Let me lower back down. I think at 1500 RPM, it sounds like it's breathable. So we might just keep it for right now at 1500 RPM. Awesome, so let's kill switch. Okay, there we go. Where's our battery last? 14.2, 14.1, 14.40. Okay, turn off the engine. Take the keys out, or else it's going to drain out even more because the lights are running without the engine or stator being charged. Alright, so also I'm debating, before we really sealed everything, we got to get this new keyhole switch in there. Maybe I'm thinking of trimming this guy down a little bit because he doesn't need to be excessive, because I thought he was going to flex this way at one point. Or maybe not. Maybe I can keep him that way. Maybe I'll put something to keep him down. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. If not, then I don't like anything excessive like this, so I might actually cut him about 2 inches, or maybe even 4 inches really. Or not 4 inches, I'm exaggerating there. So let's cut him about maybe 2 inches, bring him up a little closer, take some slack away from this high heel bump that we don't need for him. The starter switch here, we can always test out too. Let's go and push this guy in here and we can test out if the brake lever's held for us. Now this guy here, he'll start it, but he won't charge the battery because it doesn't start long enough for him to charge the battery. That's the problem we've been having. Okay, so let's do this. Let me just shove him in here. I'll shove him from this side now. Okay, let me take the keys out. Well, the key is out. Okay, you guys ready? Unlock him. Okay, here we go. Now I know there's a delay, so I'm not really pushing it more than twice, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, tup, tup. There, that means our kill switch is working. Or is it working? Oh, we didn't have the kill switch on, my bad. Okay, here we go again. Unlock him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, tump, tump. See that? Prematurely dies within a couple seconds, not enough to even charge our battery. So let me go unlock him again. Now you'll see the battery reading, ready? 1, 2, see that? Before the battery starts even charging, it's already killed. So you only get a few more attempts of those before it actually dries out. So let me go and start it with manually just to make sure it has full charge still. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Push, one quick push. Done. I mean, I can easily put everything back together and go for a ride, but I'm trying to achieve sort of the best I could do for it, you know what I mean? Optimal. So I really want to start tuning in some more. We're playing with fire here because I know there's not that much fuel left in there. Oh boy. Make sure I get this guy out of the way. Okay. You guys want to see how much is in the... Oh, actually, look, it's still glycering, right? That's a good sign that there's still fuel in there. It's not a lot. You know, it might not get us to here to Chevron and more refill, but it sure is enough there. Awesome. There we go. Alright, let's kill the switch. Or take out the key, whichever. Take out the key. Oh, let's check out RPM. I didn't even really pay attention to our RPM gauge. Is it working still? 1, 2, 3. Yep, look at that. Came back on. So I guess once we set it, the wires right, I don't know how, but we'll try to set the wires right, then we'll close it up. It's something here. If you can see here, the wire, the only wire that we tap from the alarm, this wire here, see that little blue wire? Is shared. It's shared with the alarm yellow wire here. That's the only thing I could think of that's maybe causing, well, I'm sorry. See that right here? The only thing is going to these cluster gauge wire that are different. Let me make sure this blue wire is okay. Yeah, he's okay. So the only thing wire that we tap here from our, let me see if there's another. Oh, there is another one. See, all we did was we tapped the orange wire to the blue wire, and I mean, sorry, the orange wire to the yellow wire, one of them. See, that we just took this for the signal lights. That's all we did. See, you see there? The orange wire to one of the yellow wire of the alarm harness, and then the other yellow wire harness goes to the blue wire. That's the only thing we did different to this gauge cluster. That's the only thing we did. That's the only thing we tapped from it. The rest are tapped through our ignition coil, which we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do this. I'll wait for APM to have some time. Maybe throughout the week or something we'll get that resolved. But in the meantime, you know, our biggest challenge today was just actually trying to get the brake bleeder not to soak up or anything like that. So let's see how much, or so far he hasn't built any fluid coming out. So we might have got the last bit of him. Yeah, he's still the same wetness area, so I think we might have got the last bit of wetness from him. But the only way to determine everything, because if he's not coming out here, well, that doesn't mean nothing. He can still come out through that hole somehow too still. That hole is still somewhere around that area, right? So, but he's not really coming out, so I think we're fine. There, let me try to do another one here. Get another clean towel here. My family's like, when are you gonna be done with the scooter already? Yeah, I know, it's time consuming. But you know what? I really do enjoy it most times, like 99% of the time. The only time I don't enjoy it when things don't go our way, when they should have. But just magically, whatever happens, right? So let me go ahead and roll this guy here real second here. We haven't even got to tuning our roller weights yet. That's something that we have to also look forward to, tuning. Good thing that we have an open CVT cover. That should be easy to change out the variator weights. Okay. Yeah, ice cream truck too, huh? Guess dogs love ice cream, like I said. Not like they can really, well, I guess they can eat it. Probably not chocolate, I heard. Okay, let's go and pull it out. See, not too bad. I like just getting some of the wall droppings. Let me go ahead and straighten them out some more again. Go for another one. Yep, not so much anymore. Used to be a lot more in there though. All right, so that's good. We'll cap them off, and then we'll stuff them some more. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see if he's still like more abundant than before. All right, for now, let's do the final end of day touch to see. Okay, there's a clean one right there. Nothing you can see, so I'm going to take it around the thread. Gonna go over him. Make sure he's touching it. Voila. Nothing. Finally, I think we did it. Let's just make sure these guys are not. Next thing you know, I don't happen to have these guys here. So I think we might have fixed our bleeding bolt. But however, it's not that tight as the other one though, surprisingly. Even though the other one leaked though. That's what gets me kind of dumbfounded, right? The other one kind of leaked little by little, but it allowed us to really tighten, you know what I mean? So go figure, huh? That's just damn interesting. I think we're probably going to be experts in understanding the bleeder bolt now. How many times we put into it. I think we at least put 16 hours into all total, right? You can tell by all my video recording, mainly about the brake bleeder bolt just recently. But it was the Hoka, now it's how to install the brake assembly. Now it's just all about the brake bleeder bolt. That's like almost 5 series just dedicated to the bleeder bolt. But I think we did our part. I think we're good. That should wrap it for now today, and I'm hoping to get the remote alarm figured out shortly. Michael from NCY Store, thanks you guys for sticking in with me.